Actual bro moment. Alrighty. Well, at least the connection's immediately excellent. Nice. It's Katana Zero soundtrack is always good. Shouldn't be yawning. Yeah, there's also a lot of work to be done for novice. Yes. I know. Don't worry about it. Oh no, wait, I always forget what track in the Katana Zero soundtrack is what. Sounds like a you problem though. So glad I'm just doing the easy code part. Like I said, don't worry about it, okay? I got this under control. I swear. I'm not just programming was the worst mistake of your life. Code is literally so easy. To be fair, we need somebody to model this stuff. And hey, maybe, you know, maybe if I have time after streaming the game, I don't know, maybe we can open up Autodesk Maya and, I don't know, potentially look at like some enemies for Nova Satura or something like that. Because, truth be told, I haven't modeled in a bit. I'd need to get into the groove again. Basically, it's been a hot minute since I properly modeled anything, which is made worse by the fact that I said it. I feel like we should work on player before enemies, though. No. I understand you. I'm just saying, like, you know, to kind of get myself warmed up again. It's maybe easier to do some, you know, abstract concrete enemies than, you know, jump straight into Parker. Because, like I said, I never made a character. There's a reason I said it as my ASP. Which, I guess all things considered, I should probably get started on that, because the due date is in February, and time moves fucking fast. But hey, first things first, here's a bit more of an interesting game for myself. Actually, hold on, before I do anything else, let me do that sound check. She sells seashells in the seashore. She sells seashells in the seashore. Poggers. Yeah, F.E.A.R 2. This one's a bit of an interesting one for me, because I remember this game distinctly because it was one of the... It was not the first Let's Play, but it was one of the earliest Let's Plays I watched when I started watching stuff on YouTube. And I distinctly remember this game for, you know, watching some other guy on YouTube play the spooky game. So yeah, in that sense, it's got some emotional value for me. Plus, I mean, it's also Monolith, which is also... Game, did you just change my resolution? Hold on. Did the game fucking change resolution again? Also powered by GameSpy, fucking ripping pieces. Hold on. Hold on. What did you do? What did you do? No, resolution is 1080. Then why did you move all of my things around? Why you do, game? Why you do? Okay, are we good now? John, are we good? We should be good, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Also, other fun fact, was always good. Gotcha. Yeah, because the thing is, it moved the other windows around. So I was like, Jesus. I'm dying, Dutch. I'm dying. Now, it moved like all of my other windows around, so I was actually worried it switched the resolution or something. It is hella bright in my stream though, what the fuck? Hold on. Let me check something. Is the brightness not changing on stream? Huh. That's a new one. Yeah, it doesn't change though. That is interesting. What? How the fuck does that happen? I guess, okay. My guess would be OBS right now captures the game directly, and my suspicion is what the game does when you change the brightness is it changes it like a layer above in your like monitor or something like that. But then why do that? That is fucking bruh. Okay, I guess at least I don't have to worry about brightness. Might just be the menus or something. Maybe. I guess I'm gonna make it a tad bit darker, and that's gonna make the difference a bit easier. Damn. Okay. Wait, I saw that right? That's resolution change. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Oh yeah. By the way, This is another case of the Bioshock difficulty, where hard isn't actually hard, hard is mainly just annoying. Like, it is not balanced at all, and it is not fun at all. So, you know, even though I'm a capital G gamer, I'm just gonna be keeping it on normal, because I cannot be asked to play this game on hard. Because, ironically, the first F.E.A.R. game on hard was actually fair. This game on hard is kind of just like, you need 10,000 years to kill an enemy. Honestly though, this game has some interesting stuff it does with like first-person animations and some of the shaders that they use in their lift engine. Like, I swear to god, some of these like shaders where stuff turns watery and blurry like that. I feel like they use some of that stuff later in Shadow of Mordor. Though even though I have a soft spot for this game, it is quite the step down from the first F.E.A.R. game. Even though this one's a whole lot bloodier. Oh, so yeah, spooky girl is spooky. Oh, is layer a button? Yeah, it's the space button. I thought it was Ultra Kill giving things mildly pretentious names. What? No! Oh yeah, I think you were right. I think it is just the menus. Hold on. Can I still change the brightness? So... No. Okay, the brightness didn't change. Fair enough. I mean, I think it's at a good level for the stream. Like, yeah, you're able to see that right building over there. That should be fine. Like, layer as in look or gaze in an unpleasant, malicious or less lascivious way. No, the German word leer means empty, and the space button, you know, space. What is space? Space is empty. So they decided to just name it leer. It's the empty button. The leertaste. See what I mean though with those like fun like shaders where stuff goes like all watery and fluidy and then stuff appears. Like they love doing that in this game, and honestly I have no fucking clue how they did it. It's a pretty interesting shader, honestly. It makes sense. I like refraction. We're gonna be able to see it a few more times, but I think it's probably one of the most interesting like graphical things that the game does. Like most of the other stuff that this game does is fairly mid. Like you'll see the destroyed sections of the city look pretty cool. Like some of these sections actually give Fallout a run for the money, but other than that, graphically, it will mostly just look like a 2009 game. Especially with that bloom and the lens flare. Is that something slightly more than refraction? It does some weird ghosting. Yeah, again, I have no clue how they do it.
Nice of you to join us, sunshine.
Sit down, Red.
Oh, them 2009 animations.
Good, you're set.
What do they want this Aristide chick for anyway?
Don't know, don't care. We don't question orders, Red. We execute them. Stokes, give us what you got.
Our target is Genevieve Aristide, president of Armageddon.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's the same voice actress as, Oh, hold on. I forgot the sound.
Man, I could really go for an extra hot, no whip, white chocolate macchiato.
I think that's fine. Hold on.
Man, I could really go for an extra hot, no whip, white chocolate macchiato.
Okay, it mostly stays in the yellow now. I think that's fine. Man, I could really go for some macchiato right now. Alright.
She's holed up at her penthouse. Our job is to secure the site and take her into custody.
Detective custody. I don't want any breakage, even if she resists.
And there's every reason to believe she might. We believe she's directly linked to the bloodbath at Armageddon headquarters.
Like I said, don't know, don't care. She's a high-value target and we've been tasked to bring her in, so that's what we're going to do. I want this by the book and fuck up free.
Lighten up, top. She's a suit. What's she gonna do? Send a nasty text message?
She's not the problem. CENTCOM thinks Armageddon's board of directors may be trying to cover their tracks, which could include making sure Aristide keeps her mouth shut.
Fox, you're with Stokes. Keegan, you're with me. Back in Red, Manny will drop you off in front of the building. We'll link up in the lobby.
Shit. Why do I gotta get stuck with Bucket?
Because I don't like crybabies.
So glad I'm not one of those annoying gun people. I think one of the guns that they have is supposed to be like some kind of weird MP9. Sorry, P90. Blah. P90, there we go.
This office bullshit, man. What's so important about this chick that the cops can't pick her up? Just be glad they didn't divert us to Armageddon HQ.
So there's an extreme amount of muzzle discipline not being shown. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just pointed it right at me. But yeah, one thing that's unironically pretty cool about this game is just the amount of first-person animations that they have. Like, later you'll see that you're able to, like, knock stuff over, and it all just happens from a first-person perspective with, like, prop animations and everything. Also, yeah, lore. I have no fucking clue. 746, 9mm. I don't know, maybe like maybe like a knockoff USP, but that wouldn't make any sense because the USP is 45. And this is just supposed to be like a weird knockoff P90. This one's easy. Alright. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like it does some of that ghosting elsewhere at times. To be fair, I guess what helps is that Monolith have their own engine, Liftech. But without the silly grip lol, yeah. By the way, John, how are we looking on sound? I mean, with the ducking and the limiter, it should all be fine, but I'm just making doubly sure.
Looks like the main entrance is blocked. They're locked down.
Seems fine.
Look for another way in.
Cool. Oh yeah, wait, did I mention that? No, I think I cut myself off when I wanted to talk about that earlier. Yeah. I had to grab the GOG version of this game because in the Steam version that I own, for some reason, like, the voice lines are super goddamn quiet. Like, The moment somebody stands behind you and they like deliver a voice line, you can't hear shit. Let's see, this is one of those games where... Oh no, wait a second, you can aim down sights with most guns. Oh! Ah, fuck, in that case I need to change it. Oh, I thought... Oh. Whoops. Because yeah, this is one of those games where melee is the right mouse key. Old school. But in this case... Ah, shit, I actually do need to change that. Hold on. I don't know, can I put melee on like one of the mouse buttons? Doesn't register them. Fuck, it doesn't register my mouse buttons. Dang it. That's a problem. Do I have another key that's free? Wait, what the fuck is Q on? No, seriously, what the fuck is Q on? Map mode. Who cares about the map? Wait, player status, what's that supposed to mean? Uh-huh. Map mode doesn't do shit. Okay. In that case, Q, you're getting the melee treatment. Q, you're on punching duty. In that case, I can use mouse 2 for zooming. There we go. That makes sense. Look a bit like a USP guy who was only seeing USP. That's fucked up, uninstalled the game. I guess it could pass off as like a weird USP. Maybe like a weird mutant between a USP and something else. I don't know. I mean, these guys seem to enjoy the P90s. Hey, did you hear that? Okay.
Man, that's a lot of stairs. I think that gate's locked, dude. But you don't really want to climb all those stairs, do you?
Aren't we like special forces? We're supposed to be fit, aren't we?
What about that door?
Actually, I think it gets mentioned... Oh yeah, by the way, you can see your character's legs, so that's an instant win. And you can also kick. Flashlight. Fat-ass USP, lol. Well, to be fair, I think, if I remember correctly, all of this game's guns are pretty chonky.
Took your damn time.
Beckett was admiring the scenery.
We've got
True.
trouble. Let's go.
I'm
Under the gate, Beckett.
still not sure what the fuck that gun's supposed to be. Like a weird mutant between a G36 and something else. Also, I'm not even going to mention the fucking aliasing in this game. It makes me angry. The FOV is so low. Yeah, how much do you think this FOV is? Maybe like 70 or 80? It doesn't feel as low as some console games, but I don't think it's 90 either. 80 is my guess. Yeah, I think that's a good guess. I mean, it could be worse, but yeah, it is on the lower side of things. It's not like terrible.
Dude, making fun of a man for his knowledge is a sign of insecurity.
We need to find Aristide now.
Agreed. Fox, secure the lobby. Red, take the stairwell. Rest of you, you're with me.
The stairs? What the fuck, Top? It's like 1,000 fucking stories.
Like I give a shit.
Funny military man who doesn't like exercise.
Come on, Beckett, move your ass.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend that these characters are anything other than fucking cardboard cutouts, but they do their job. They're around, they get killed, it works out.
Anytime you're ready, Beckett.
Oh hey. Oh wow, that's cool. I never saw that. I mean, that seems highly inefficient, but sure. All right, I'm going. You know, just doing some investigation. But yeah, this game loves its blooms.
I said get moving.
Also, it's probably one of the bloodier games around. Well, bloody with all the pre-placed blood. Like, I think blood from enemies disappears after a while, because, of course, my life is pain. But like all the map blood that they've placed, this game loves painting the town red. That's so skill issue of that guy. It's low enough to make the HUD seem claustrophobic. I mean, this HUD's also pretty interesting for the fact that it's rounded. Like, I think this HUD's supposed to look like this because your guy is wearing, like, AR glasses. Like, he's wearing those Google glasses.
Waste them.
But yeah, I think here in the beginning they tried to do some stuff being like, oh yeah, look at, you know, look at the destruction that we have. Look at all of those decals. But again, this game's not even comparable to the first one.
On the balcony.
You can do this though. Like I said, it's all first-person animations.
Behind the wall.
Also, don't worry, wannabe fucking Cortana here is not gonna be with us for the entire time. The sections she is with us, though, are, yes, kind of on the annoying end of things. Oh god, I forgot, this game's sprinting is pretty weak. Yeah. To be fair, this is never going to be a fast game, that's for sure. Pfft. I punched all of the blood out of his body. But yeah, as you can see, I'm pretty sure most of the decals are... Yep, already gone. All of them are already gone. Like, I think a few of them are remaining, but yeah. And I know, usually I would argue, okay, I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but in this... dead horse. But in this case, considering this is a successor to F.E.A.R. 1 of all fucking things, yeah. I think that's fair.
You head through here.
Beating the dead horse, yeah. So if the view model was animated better, the sprinting would totally work, and the FOV. True.
Where are you?
Oh yeah, lots of intel, aka lore.
That's just sad, man. No other way to put it. Blow me.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be the arbitrary, like, this is where you learn to sprint. Not too much of a set piece. I think I might have broken it by not starting to sprint. I don't know. Oh, wait. Well, at least those still explode. Wait, whoa. Hold on. I need to see that animation again. So, the slide locks back when he... Okay, so he takes the mag out, slide locks back, takes a new mag in, and then he has to... What the fuck? Oh my, I never put that much attention at the fucking animation for this pistol. That is goofy. Goofy up pistol, bro.
This is Genevieve Aristide. Can you hear me? Please hurry. My building's under attack. I think it's Colonel Vanek's men. He's the bloodthirsty bastard that cleans up...
Oh, the glass is pretty nice.
Directors. I'm dead if they...
Glass. Who cares about glass? But yeah, the funny thing about this game, I mean, again, we're gonna see it later. The first game distinguished itself by having, like, destructibility in a lot of, like, mundane environments. You know, office blocks, like, you know, warehouses and shit. Very, in and of itself, boring environments, but you could transform them into, like, absolute fucking wreckfests. Like, this game has somewhat more interesting environments, but you lack, like, all the destructibility. Like, yeah, they made the environments more interesting, but they took away, like, the thing that was so cool about the first game. So yeah, I don't think you can lean anymore, which is always an L. Also, you know, fuck that vase in particular. I'm not entirely sure about enemy AI in this game. That I don't know. The downgrades in terms of, like, well, not graphics, but destruction. That I know about. If the AI has been downgraded, kind of hard to tell. Also, I'm pretty sure the reload animation of this thing is also pretty goofy. Hold on. Yeah, that's not how the P90 works. Like, why have the top be wobbly like that? Leaning is such a silly mechanic. Well, automatic leaning if you aim point at the corner is cool. What? No! I would argue the exact opposite. Like, actually controlled leaning is cool, but like this whole like thing where, oh, you're close to a corner, we're gonna automatically lean you, I feel like is more often than not just a hassle. Oh, God, John, how do you always manage to have the worst takes? How do you do it? Okay, the gore is still there though. Is it? How? When else do you lean? Well, it's less so because to me it just feels janky because you have to be like, okay, I have to be in the right position. Can I lean now? Can I lean now? Okay, now I can lean. Whereas if I can just do it myself, I'm like, okay, start leaning. Like you just have full control and it doesn't feel quite as janky. Because like if there's something wrong with the detection of when you can lean, plus speaking of detection, when there's like non-traditional corners there, like let's say this rounded corner. If it didn't detect, then, oh, guess what? You can't lean. But if you can just, you know, lean by pressing a button, whoop, oh, I can just lean out. Doesn't matter what sort of surface it is. Just make the detection good. Or just give the player a button. It's so much easier if you just give them a button to do it. You don't have to worry about the detection. You don't have to worry about it, like, being, you know, about it being, like, janky or anything.
All clear. About damn time. Try to catch up to Stokes, infected. Will do. On my way up. Can you see him? Outside of him.
Ah, shit, exploded midair. I think some of the sound mixing in this version of the game is still goofy, but I think that might have just been the game, period. Like, you might have noticed how fucking quiet that grenade was. And I think that's just beyond my ability to do anything about it. This reload animation is still so goofy. Also, the funny thing is the blood effects themselves aren't even half bad. They have this, like, slightly, I wouldn't even know what to call it, honestly. But they're not just, like, normal decals. They're, like, slightly more dynamic than that. In that sense, they're pretty damn cool. Sad thing is, though, they very quickly disappear again. The whole 2 buttons in prime button real estate. Drops are cool. Oh, true. I think they might have just been, like, Yeah, I think they were just, like, pre-made simulations, though. But yeah, like I said, the blood effects in this game are pretty damn cool for its time. It's just... yeah, it just disappears all too quickly. Because this game was mainly intended for console audiences. It's, again, I don't want to pull out too much of the, you know, PC Master Race kind of guy, but this game was definitely downgraded for consoles, without a doubt. Like with F.E.A.R. 1, you could have made an argument that that was, you know, before stuff like Crysis came along, that was a pretty good benchmark for like PCs and their power. And this game, you can clearly see, while it looks good, it's very much along that line of stuff that the console could also handle, with all of the culling that's included in that. And empty-ass rooms, apparently. Goddamn. It's pre-sim. Pre-sim is cool. I mean, it works. Also, the amount of guns they just throw at you is kind of funny. Like I said, they kind of try to do the F.E.A.R. 1 thing and showing you, hey, look, you know, mundane environments that you get to, like, rip to pieces by having a firefight, but it doesn't quite work. Like, yeah, it's cool that you can knock everything off, but again, my point being is, it's not gonna last for too long. So I think they lowered the number of medkits you can carry by, like, from, like, 10 to 3, I think? Or something like that. Like, they lowered it way down.
Me neither. Guess they're all going after Bucket.
Scare cord. Oh, he didn't comically fall down with the funny ragdoll. stinger for saving the game, lol. I think that... Was that going by physics? I feel like that was actually handling a proper physics model. Or maybe, I don't know. Could have just been Prism. It felt fairly accurate, though. Oh yeah, especially when you crouch, the gun gets real goddamn close. Again, I'd still love to know how the hell they do that effect. All right. Yeah, I was kind of setting it up like that because I remember I did it was when I first played it, when I watched somebody else play it. They went like, here, we're like, okay, what about that? Then turned around and Alma was standing right there and they went like, ah! And fell back into it. It works if it works. Damn, bro.
I just picked you up on the security system. Be careful. There's a lot of them. Head for the master bedroom. There's a hidden door. Shit. Someone's scanning the signal.
Nice swim. Honestly, though, that's another interesting fact about this game is a lot of its scares are surprisingly dynamic. Like, it's often hard to showcase because you have to be looking at the right places or be in the right situation, but like, a lot of this game's scares can be pretty dynamic if they happen correctly. Like, I distinctly remember, I think it was perhaps even in that old Let's Play that I watched back in the day. In one situation, how did that go? Okay, the guy was in the hallway and there was like a piece of gore, or like an enemy that was cut in half standing there. And he looked at it, and for a second that enemy turned into Alma and was just going like spastic, and it scared the hell out of him. Like, I don't know what in the game went to say, oh yeah, we're gonna replace this ragdoll with Alma, but it worked for that moment. Like, of course, you have the pre-scripted ones, like the one by the pool and whatnot. Though, the problem with that is you can also break it by... Hi. You know, by not looking there. I forgot how much Alma's just standing there looking at you. Honestly, if this game had come out later during the proper meme culture, I could have seen a thing happening where, you know, you take Alma and be like, my honest reaction. So now that Novice is a thing, all the stuff in the game is just stream is now under the context of whether the mechanic would be cool in Novice or not. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Considering how much game dev talk there was also in my schooling, and how much just like insight it gave me into like that whole thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Plus, hey, how many other like streamers or Let's Players out there do you see who are also like kind of talking about the mechanics and stuff and how you could use them in another project? I'm pretty sure that's just the same... Okay, yeah, you have the same car model and occasionally the same bus driving along. It's fully stealing mechanics is the most base form of game development. Well... I wouldn't necessarily call them stealing, I would more so call it, yeah, I think it was a piece of gore like that turned into Alma during that one section. But yeah, I would say it's more so taking inspiration because, I mean, that's kind of what game dev is all about. Other people stride ahead and you learn from their, you know, from what they learned. Also, of course, if your name is John motherfucking Carmack, you are the most based person on the planet and, you know, just give away the source code to fucking Quake. Because, hey, why the fuck not? Let's go. Everybody make some cool games. I still can't get over how fucking cool that is. It's like, yeah, here you have the source code. Do your own thing with it. So much lore, goddamn. Name is John Co SFM, then just steal the source code. How dare you?
can't go on. She's too dangerous.
You were telling me to seal my daughter away.
You knew it would come to this. We both knew.
What was I going on about? I kind of lost my mind. Not my mind. I kind of lost my train of thought. That's how you call it. Losing my mind. Funny thing is though, this game for me kind of falls into that same section as Dead Space 2, where you have a ton of unique assets for environments that aren't even around that much. Like some of these more, you know, generic assets will obviously be reused in other sections, but like a lot of this more like, you know, high art and, you know, these statues that we only see in like a, you know, like a CEO's apartment like this. Yeah, a ton of these assets are never going to be used again in the game. And I always find it funny of this era of like AAA games where they had this sort of this sweet spot between man hours and length of the game, where they could just make a ton of unique assets and only use them like once. Which, again, knowing how hard it is or hard it can be to make like proper assets, I always find it interesting to then see these kind of games where it gets used once and that's it. Like, funnily enough, HL2 is sort of the antithesis to that because, don't they look familiar? Also, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Beckett from like one of the promotional images. But yeah, I find it funny how HL2 is sort of the antithesis to that, because that game reuses a ton of assets, though considering its development cycle, it kind of had to.
Sergeant Beckett, where's the rest of the team? We don't have much time. You and your squad are the only hope of stopping Alma.
Oh yeah, footage from the first game of Harlem being nay-nayed.
It's her. That stubborn son of a bitch probably just killed us all.
Oh, by the way, this happens simultaneously to the ending of the first game. Like, as we speak, all of that thing in the ending of the first game.
What's wrong? What is it?
Oh, there she just kind of disappeared. Follow the child for some reason. Oh yeah, also here's the ending from the first game with a fucking nuke blowing up.
What the hell was that?
She will die probably. True. I mean, I've seen better nukes, but for what it is, the section is pretty neat. Like I said, the sheer amount of first-person animations in this game is pretty cool.
Get them aboard. We don't have much time.
By a catastrophic explosion that seems to have originated in the urban industrial district of F.E.A.R. The extent of the damage is impossible to estimate. The fate of your team is a mystery. So yeah, that right there was literally the ending of the first game. Alma got out, Point Man blew the facility to Kingdom Come, and also destroyed like much of the city. I'm not entirely sure how canon the other like expansion stuff after the first game is. Like, what was it called? Extraction Point and Perseus something, Perseus Mandate. I'm not sure how canon those are, but this game does go from the first game on. Even though it doesn't have too much to do with the first game. Like, I don't think...
Eyes are still dilating.
Oh yeah, this sequence.
Check the dosage. Shouldn't be happening.
That doesn't work?
going on, Dr. York?
One moment. Hold the lidocaine and check his pressure. Damn it. Grab the crash target. He could be in V-fit. Charge to 200. No, make that 300.
Dr. York.
He's alive, but we're moving too fast. We need
Just
to...
get it done.
That did it.
Stand by with that morphine. 4 mags.
Where are we at, Dr. York?
He's tachycardic. We need to stabilize before progressing.
No time.
He's unstable. Progressing now would be a mistake. You're putting... Set to 300.
You'll feel it with a pinch.
Now.
A bit over the top these days, but I do have to admit, for anybody who has like chronic fear of hospitals, that probably works well. Also, Beckett's little fucking AR glasses. Like I said, my man's unironically walking around with like Google glasses or some shit.
Does anyone read me? Over. I'm getting a lot of interference.
I mean, it at least does confirm that the HUD is diegetic.
Goddammit, but half the doors are barricaded. What about the others? I've got a faint read on you and Beckett.
What a nice sunny day outside. Almost feels makes you feel like there wasn't a nuke that just blew up. But again, just count the number of unique assets we have in here, right? Like all of the hospital equipment, all of the like waste disposal stuff, the well, honestly, the towels might have been reused from the previous section, but like, you know, all of the hospital like related stuff, tables, lights. Again, it's... I mean, I'm not saying that AAA games these days don't have a lot of unique assets, but I somehow feel like it's not to this extent. Could have worked better if they did that in reverse. Evil monster doctors in first person and on occasion cut to third person normal doctors. Maybe. But yeah, I think that was one of the few sections that broke the... Oh, hi. That broke the first person thing. She's just standing there, menacingly. Oh, we do have a very, very nice sunny day outside, though. At least that's good. But yeah, I do have to admit, aside from the intro, I actually do very much enjoy this game's opening, because... I mean, let's be honest, any game, any kind of like spooky game that opens in an abandoned hospital, it's got something going for it. Plus, even though I knocked the game for being very much from 2009, the environments, like I said, are nice to look at. There's a lot less unique, depends on the game, I think. AAA games have the same amount of detailing, unique assets and stuff. There's a lot less linear games, though. Yeah, I know. I guess maybe it doesn't feel like the same anymore because, yeah, so many games have turned open world, so it doesn't feel like they have assets for only this one section. It's more so, oh, we have assets for this one biome. I don't know. Again, I don't think that AAA games have any less assets or anything like that. It just somehow doesn't feel the same anymore. So lame how people have convinced themselves that people don't like linear games. I know, it's bullshit. I mean, the tragedy is, yes, Far Cry 3 was a good game, but that doesn't mean that every game now has to become Far Cry 3, right? And yes, Fortnite is very successful, but that does not mean that every fucking game has to have a battle pass. Like I said, one thing I can slightly spoil is some of the outdoor environments that this game is going to feature unironically could give... What? Who? Yeah, get used to that. If I'm not looking in the right direction, then we might have a scare happening while I'm not looking at it. So get used to that, because there's a high chance most of the time I'm not looking at where Alma is supposed to be. So all you have is like the scary sound effect. Okay, I'm pretty sure this time she wasn't around because where the hell would I have been looking? Anyway, let me go take a piss. I need to take a piss. Fine, hope nobody's around. Damn it. Yeah, I can still kick. Watch. Honestly, another thing I'm currently thinking about is if the layout's making sense. Because it's kind of funny in how many games, if you start looking at the layout from like a realistic point of view, it's sort of funny how many games kind of like just fall apart and you think to yourself, what kind of fucking hospital would look like this? But I think this is just small and generic enough for it to still work. Damn, bro. Okay, to be fair, that might seem silly, but I think they're trying to set up that you now have slow-mo powers, which, yeah, I'm also gonna slightly spoil that. That whole operation earlier was to give you slow-mo powers, like with Point Man. Kinda, sort of, diminishes the entire idea behind Point Man and his brother, because, like, they were created from Alma to be superhumans, and now apparently we can create, like, super soldiers from scratch, but whatever. Oh, hey, that's one of our guys. Oh, actually, oh, I wasn't even looking at that. Yeah, that's the guys from our team. Cedric Griffin, First Sergeant. Condition outstanding, mental stability excellent, telestatic potential above average. Keegan. Outstanding, average, excellent. So potential is well above average, but his mental stability is a concern. This guy is supposed to the usual 9 months. 83% synchronized with Almas. Further human might not be required. Yeah, this is another one of those cases where, technically speaking, if Beckett is also the one who's, like, reading this, he should know, like, a whole lot more than what he lets on. Also, of course, Beckett, because he's the player character, everything is outstanding. But yeah, if the pictures in Aristide's office were in the dead giveaway, yeah, they've been watching our team, and they've been. It's not a coincidence that we were called in. Ooh. I'm not sure if the game ever actually spells it out for you. There might be a character somewhere down the line who says that, yeah, you guys were all, like, lured in and chosen. But they do go at it fairly subtly at the start. Woman noises. But like I said, this is nothing yet. There'll be some sections where the, like, pre-placed blood gets ridiculous at times. Also, I'm pretty sure this is just a reference to the first game. Oh, damn, bro. That was an entire fucking breach and clear. Jesus. Okay. To be fair, Monolith do have a certain talent for environmental storytelling. And like I said, this game's environments are pretty damn cool. Breach and translucent. Breach and alpha test. Yeah. Honestly, one thing I'm wondering is, if you were to unpack the game's files and look at them, just how many blood decals there are. Because, again, there's a lot of blood in this game, so I'm wondering how long the list of decals is. Like, we've seen these, like, spray patterns and these, like, drippy patterns a few times. I don't know. Would I ever do such a thing? I don't know. I mean, it is a lift tech game. I'm not sure how viable it is to unpack them. To be fair, for how much blood they place around, I think it's because it's just a limitation of the time. Like, for what it is, being a 2009 game, the blood looks nice, but at times it can very much kind of look like paint or kind of gooey. It's also an old game, so someone somewhere has undoubtedly made tools. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we also have the boot pattern blood stains. I think this is multiple ones meshed together. This doesn't look like just one. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, damn. He has opened the door. Oh, okay. Hey, this time I actually caught it. Also, yeah, she's very, very dead. And whoever did it just calmly walked off after that. I mean, it's very much just a reference to the whole armor cam office section in F.E.A.R. 1, because there you also just see, like, scenes of people who have been shot to shit by the replicants, who then just either, you know, left them there or dragged them off to dump their bodies somewhere. All games that no one cares about. You'd think at some point the player would stop giving a shit about the child. Well, she's not a child anymore. Almost a big girl now. To be fair, I'm not sure if you'd have this much blood after shooting somebody like that, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold that against this game. Most people, of course, don't know how it looks and works when somebody gets shot. For good reason, of course. Damn, bro. Oh, damn. I wonder if some of these models are straight just from F.E.A.R. 1? Like, F.E.A.R. 1 never had bad models, especially in the terms of textures, so with the new lighting, they might just work out.
Sergeant Beckett, thank God you're okay. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I'll explain everything later. Right now, we need to get you to the TAC lab. Hurry, and be careful. Vanek's men are attacking the facility. I can't believe he'd go to this extreme to cover up evidence.
Like, you get scared a few times, but you probably get used to it. Yeah. I think they want to establish this whole sort of paranoia that Alma is following you around, and, like, you know, that you always kind of want to check behind your back. Is like, oh, fuck, is she standing behind me or not? If it works or not is an entirely different matter. Honestly, that scene looks surprisingly nice. Huh. Oh, hold on, can we talk about that? Like, this is a 2009 game. The light is animated, I think. Yeah, good chance that it's pre-animated, not physics, but let's just look at that Steam, actually. That doesn't look like shit. Huh. Steam's just basic part look stuff. I know. I mean, of course, if I do this, it kind of starts breaking, but it looks surprisingly good, actually. You'd think Beckett at one point would have something to say about all the stuff he's read so far, like...
You're about to stumble into an ambush. This is a secure channel. Identify yourself. He must be monitoring us on the security cameras.
Also, yeah, flamethrower guy, because why not? All stretching goes back to normal size. Some Left 4 Dead 2 particles do the same thing. Okay. I guess specifically for Steam, the effect works quite well.
Very well done. I see why they picked you. Who the hell are you? You can call me Snake Fist. Snake Fist? Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, I don't know who else is listening. I'm not taking any chances. You people need to get out of there.
Yeah, I think it's fair to argue the gore in this game is not too shabby. Like, I think the gore on these guys is mostly pre-made because you can blow the tanks in their backs, but... I mean, for what it is, it's quite impressive. Lamau. Yeah, also, don't ask me, they do the same thing as the Combine in Half-Life Alyx will later do. They have tanks in the backs that if you shoot them, they explode. Guys, did Half-Life Alyx copy F.E.A.R. 2 Project Origin? Okay. I mean, it's not like a new thing. Hey, that's pretty neato. Even though it's not casting a dynamic light. That's a bit of an L. No reaction there. Like I said, some environmental damage is of course still around. I mean, decals are not hard to do, but like I said, it's nowhere near on the same level as the first game, which I mean kind of prided itself in just the sheer amount of destruction you can bring to environments. This was weird actually, because the tank isn't an instant kill if you hit it, but then they need like 15 headshots. Also, I guess it's canon that nobody in this like special forces team, oh god, bothered to wear helmets. Also, something else you'll notice in this game is the game likes to have glowy lights in its enemies. Like so far, all of the armor tech guys that we've been fighting have like blue glowy lights in, somewhere on their bodies. I mean, how else would you see them on like the low resolution of a fucking console, right? Like, don't even try hiding in the shadows, my guy. I think we're gonna see more of it once I get my hands on the flamethrower, but the fire in this game is okay. Again, I feel like this game has an interesting particle system at least. And I'd love to know more about it. Maybe I should see if I can find like a GTC talk or something on it. Or that the tank isn't hard to hit. Or you can just instantly kill them with the shotgun. Limo. Whoa! Fair enough. It surprised me at least. Where the hell did you guys come from? I thought I killed everybody. Again, don't ask me why you need like blue glowy visors. I feel like that would be more of a hassle than anything. Like, how the hell do you see through that? Actually, that's, I mean, I can ask that question about a lot of like sci-fi visors that glow. How the hell do you see through that if they're glowing? Like, how? No, actually, wait. The Metrocop visors used to glow in like I think the beta pictures and whatnot, but they don't glow in the in actual HL2, do they? So technically speaking, that's more realistic. I still can't get over the fucking animation. Like, I've seen definitely better in terms of fire. It's... Whoa. Oh, it's because the... Oh, okay, decals are overlaid on top of each other. That's funny. It kind of... Actually, the fire in this game kind of reminds me of the one you see in Bioshock. The amateur death pose. Damn, bro. Also, I think it'll be later better visible with other guns, but honestly, the arms on Beckett are fairly well modeled as well. Like, you can actually see some slight, like, blue veins under his skin under the correct light conditions. Like I said, they... Alright, fair enough. Bioshock Infinite is probably the best fire I've seen just because it's not particle-based. I'd have to think again how it looked in Infinite. My argument for the best fire around would probably be the one in Dead Space 2. I think also because that one's not entirely particle-based, but also just because it looks good.
Advance, advance.
Oh, hey. Again, perhaps not the pinnacle of intelligence, because technically speaking, they'd be way better off just staying up there. I wonder if somebody is behind me. Okay. Made me hate particles. It's just much cleaner. I don't know. I think particles can very much work if they're done well. It's just that they have to be done well. Actually, I think you might be right. Yeah, I think they start out as stretch and then just got, like, either that or, like, it's made that way? Even still, the steam in this game does not look bad. I mean, it's, like, nothing too special, but it looks okay for what it is. Yeah, but they have a lot less, a lot of weirdness associated with them. Yeah, I guess it's also a question of how you use them. Again, I'm not sure how much I can say in favor of these guys' AI and intelligence. I mean, I guess there's also the argument they're just armor cam guys and not the replicants, but I don't know. I do feel like you fight these guys for quite a while, honestly. Like, I think almost the entire section, the entire first section is just spent fighting armor cam guys. Res meshes are very clean all the time. I mean, let's say for something like sparks, I feel like particle systems are very good for like sparks and stuff like that, or maybe like, you know, quick puffs of smoke. I feel like for that kind of stuff, particles work very well. For more like persistent stuff, like steam coming out of pipes, I can see an argument being made that you maybe want something else than just flat particles for that. But I feel like stuff that's sparking and like smoke that's like shooting out from somewhere, like that, where it's just like a quick puff. I feel like particles work perfectly well for that. Depending on what it is. Exactly. Cover. Yeah, there's funnily enough a lot of like cover manipulation that you can do. And quite a lot of objects you can do it with. They can't really get a nice solid wisp of smoke or some such from a particle. By the way, have Valve given some kind of talk on how they did smoke in CS2? Like, have we gotten any confirmation on how exactly they do it? Because, I mean, say what you want about CS2, but that game's smoke effects are fucking revolutionary. With, like, being able to shoot through it and whatnot. Not that I know of. Damn it. Like, that is definitely one effect I would like to yoink. Oh, hey, there she is. But use a set of 200 different parallel noise textures rendered at different Z values. Yeah, I feel like especially for smoke, there's just a lot of, like, interlocking textures to kind of give it that 3D look. My flashlight to be going crazy. Oh, hey. I'm not actually sure. Has the game given a tutorial on the slow-mo? I don't think it has it? Like, I think it's already a thing? Hold on. What was it again? Okay, interesting button for that. Control. Can be used in whatever shade of bullshit. But it's proper 3D parallel noise. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, so this is optional. Oh, whoopsie. I thought that was the way to go. Where the hell am I going then? Oh, this way. Yeah, you can call me the secret hunter. Damn, bro. Yeah, I doubt I'll ever be very spooked by this game. It has some interesting sections and interactions. Also, by the way, I didn't even try because you can't save that person. Like, the guy is unkillable until he finishes animation. No, to be fair, the slow-mo still looks cool. I mean, I feel like it's a bit more stylized than the one in the first game, with like the bloom going up and whatnot. Oh god, I forgot, this shotgun sucks ass. Yeah, that's another mark against this game, because I mean, the first game's shotgun fucking that thing fucked, and this is a bad joke. I think you do later get like an auto shotgun or like an assault shotgun or something like that. I think that's slightly better. But yeah, this thing's a bad joke. This is a far fucking cry from the Spaz 12 of the first game. Voice volumes can do an Unreal, which also use sets of noise textures and render the different Z values, so you get X and Y in detection, then Z by switching between textures. Oh, true. Okay. So I guess we get to yoink cool smoke effects for novice. Actually, there absolutely are like tutorials for Unreal Engine as to how to do like cool smoke effects. Definitely, without a doubt. Potentially even outside of I always forget what the fuck is the particle system called. Outside of what's his face? I forgot. What the fuck was particle system Unreal called again?
Some kind of activity. Want to check it out? Say again, over. Stop it.
Also, yeah, another slight downside with this game is you have a whole lot more people in your ear. Like, I think in the first game you would occasionally hear that one guy from, like, headquarters talk to you. But I don't think that's nowhere near as much as that one what's-her-face of your team talks to you. Like, she has a constant presence. When the actual VDB files now. Oh, cool. Oh, by the way, yeah, like I said, this game and its blood. I mean, to be fair, F.E.A.R. 1 had that one room that was literally covered in blood from floor to ceiling, but... Oh, we're doing that thing. Okay. I mean... The fuck? Just look at it. Like, just fucking look at it. Like, there's not enough gallons in the human body to do whatever this is. Guess you can't just drop in proper smoke sims. No idea what that does to performance. Probably not that great, though. Yeah, especially because... whatever the fuck it's called, the particle system that they have in Unreal, it sometimes forces you to use CPU calculations instead of GPU calculations, which yeah, can be a bitch for performance. God, I don't want this shotgun. The fuck? The hell am I hearing? What's happening? you could make like fog rolling of cliffs and stuff, would be kind of sick though. Oh! Yeah, not quite as fun if somebody's shooting back. Oh boy. I mean, I'm not going to say the AI in the first F.E.A.R. game was perfect. Like, they would occasionally also do the stuff where they just run at you or like run across the room while shooting at you. But I feel like these guys do that way more often. Also, interesting music. Also, they're very focused on like doing the cover sliding thing. Like, they're very focused on moving stuff around to use this cover. I mean, it's Nito Bombito that you can do it as well, but yeah, they have it on high priority to do that kind of stuff, which occasionally just leaves them fucked because it forces them to, you know, run towards stuff and then slowly interact with it. There's probably better ways to fake that are way cheaper than to render. I mean, I guess if you do like pre-baked sims, it shouldn't be too hard. Like, if it's all like pre-calculated. So don't ask me where that one body came from. Slow with that, I think. Hard to load. Potentially. Man's confirmed to be a simp. Also, did I miss anything back there? Like, at first I wasn't even sure if I was going the right way, and suddenly there were just like 15 guys trying to kill me. Story of my life, I guess. Oh, hey, there's like little cans flying out of it. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of funny though how we've gotten to a point where we've basically perfected like sparks flying out of stuff. Like, again, say what you will about particle systems, but if they're good at one thing, it's having like glowing sparks fly out of something after being shot. That's like the one thing they're good at. The door won't budge. HL1 reference. Swirling textures and a cool mesh with some masking could do work as well. I mean, I guess it depends on the distance. Like, yeah, if it's far away enough, you could just have like a mesh with like transparent textures that are just scrolling downward to kind of give that effect of like fog rolling down on a hill. If it's far away enough and you have a system to like make it more translucent the closer the player gets, so that, you know, they can't see how fucky it looks, it should be fine. Wait, is she in the... Okay, that is dangerously close to being the Family Guy death pose. Yeah, just replicate the CS2 effect shader, lol. Well, at least you can still destroy the printer, because fuck printers. No, seriously. Fuck printers. Out of any kind of office equipment, I hate printers the most. Just fucking... fuck printers. Just burn them all to the ground. Why the fuck did we invent printers? And why the hell did we make them so fucking moody? You can do formats that all scroll differently and multiply together. Roo. Alright, enough fucking around. Wait, is that... No, for a second I thought that was the one elevator where I was stuck in and shooting at other guys, but no, it's a different one. Also, I mean, it's a game with vaulting animations, so that's always a plus. Like, Beckett does feel suitably slow and heavy for being a guy in, like, full combat armor. So that's fair. Honestly, it's less so combat armor. Like, those guys were wearing almost like fucking EOD vests with those, like, thick, like, shoulder things. Like, I know that's actual armor, but that's like the fucking assault vest that you would, like, use in, like, a breach and clear. I don't think you'd want to lug that around if you like just regular special forces. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, my guy. Lev HXZJJ. Can I just call you Lev? But yeah, F.E.A.R 2 is quite an interesting game. In my honest opinion, maybe a bit of a letdown from the first game, but it's got its upsides, with me especially talking about like the shader work and stuff that it does, especially like that wobbly fluid-like shader. I'd still love to know how they did that. You know, it's mainly so we can copy it for our games. Yeah, but the vaulting animations kind of suck though. Should add vaulting to novice. It's gonna forget too low. I mean, for what they are, they're fine. I guess the weakest part about them is that maybe the hand doesn't quite line up with the surface you're touching. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they suck. They're more so just they do their job. Oh yeah, this sequence.
Doc, this thing isn't gonna sterilize him or anything, right? That was the least of my concerns.
More sci-fi stuff.
Leave him, not now. Head back the way you came. See if there's another way around.
Also, maybe I should give it an epilepsy warning. Because this game does like its flashing lights. The soft bloom in these sections though looks pretty neato.
Good morning, Chickpea. You must be part of Project Harbinger. Only way to explain why Aristide would have brought you here.
Commander, we spotted him heading for the main entrance.
Roger that. On my way. Don't let them escape.
Also, generic military bad guy. It's, like I said, he does his job.
Sucker's not going anywhere.
I don't think I've had to use a single medkit so far. To be fair, it's, like I mentioned at the start, it's a Bioshock 1 problem, where normal is way too easy and hard is way too annoying. And considering, you know, I'm just doing this for Spooky Month and to, like, look at some of the game's shaders, I think it's fair to just keep it at normal because, I mean, like I said, if, you know, considering I'm a capital G gamer, I could probably play through it on hard, but I fear it maybe wouldn't be quite as... I get it. I fear it maybe wouldn't be quite as interesting. Your suffering doesn't make the stream any better. I mean, occasionally it does. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't, though. Like, I feel like me suffering in a game that's, you know, fair about its difficulty, I think is okay. You know, if I play your Dark Soulses or your Elden Rings, then I would argue, you know what, it's fair that it's fair to suffer in the hard game because, hey, at least there, you know, if something goes wrong, I know it's my fault. Suffer during the game, it shows, lol. Well, true. It's because I'm a very opinionated person. Plus, I mean, to be fair, I feel like it would be worse if I pretended I don't. Like, I feel like it would be worse if I was all like, da-de-doo, I like this game, haha, I'm having so much fun, la 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 la. Like, I feel like that would be almost worse than me just saying my opinions on it. I mean, to be fair, the worst thing I'll have to say on this game, on this difficulty, is that it can occasionally get boring. But that's about it, honestly. And, I mean, to be fair, the game might still kill me at some point, even on normal. Like, you know, I'm talking a big game, like, oh yeah, it's basically easy, blah, 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 but don't let that fool you. I'm probably gonna die at some point anyway. Did I bother to give you a pistol and then there's no armor shortage inside, so there's no reason to use the pistol. True. And the reloads are fairly quick as well. Like, yeah, even though it's a P90, the reload in this thing is, I would argue, not any slower than when it would be like a more traditional... Oh, wait. No, I think it was actually a real-time reflection. An Orcam Black Ops team cut you off from Lieutenant Stokes, but was inexplicably annihilated. The confusion, Lieutenant Stokes lost sight of Genevieve Aristide and is attempting to locate her while you try to find a way around. Also, someone going by the alias of Snakefist has been helping you, although his motives aren't clear. Maybe planar. No, you see, you can actually see Beckett there. Like, it's kind of hard. Wait, are those his eyes? Oh, those are his glasses. Jesus, that looks spooky. It's like he has glowing eyes. What the fuck? Spin. I mean, it's cool that they have that here, even though it's kind of weird that they just out of nowhere have like a proper reflection. That's funny. Gave up on planar in exchange for SSR. I guess, isn't it technically speaking, SSR is, I guess, less resource intensive? Because, again, my consoles. It's one reason why I hope that RTX actually pulls through. Because that could be a way to do proper reflections that work on console and PC. Yeah, catch. Where did he go? Well, see, I'm pretty sure you can play this entire game without even looking down, aiming down sights. Like, I'm pretty sure you can play this entire game, aside from maybe the sniper rifles, without ever using ADS. Because, I mean, again, hold on. Where can I showcase the bullet spread? Like, this is bullet spread if I'm just hip firing. It's pretty damn tight. Like, they're almost the same. Like, hip firing in this game is incredibly fucking accurate. Use SSR on things that aren't one single flat surface, so it's nice for that. True. Well, I've seen the cutting edge NVIDIA RTX stuff. RTX still sucks. Yeah, it's got a long way to go. Well, gonna be probably a decade before computers can brute force RTX enough for it to actually look good. Oh, okay. The smoke trails though look pretty nice on the bricks, even though I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. But like the smoke trails on the bricks, and they're gone. Damn it! Damn you, Colin! Why do you ruin my life like that? Shit! God fucking damn it! Right now there's a shit ton of artifact and it runs at like 20 FPS max. Yeah. I think the main thing that's holding back RTX is just the resolution of the number of like light points that they use. I mean, it's not quite as extreme as with Lumen, because again, Lumen has like 5 points that it combines with like 50 or some shit like that. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, I think it's just the resolution of the bounces that's kind of holding it back so far. That and the speed at which it gets calculated. Honestly, if at some point they find a way to just calculate RTX faster so that you don't have quite as much artifacting when like lighting changes, that would probably already do a ton. Like we said in when I was streaming Portal RTX, Like the whole thing with how you... Wow, okay, that is a proper fucking epilepsy warning. Jesus, I didn't even know this. Oh boy, what is going on with the sky today? Clouds with a tad glitchiness. Oh boy. But yeah, I think the main thing holding RTX back so far is just the number of bounces and the speed at which it gets calculated. Which, I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to improve that because you'll never reach the proper speed of light. It's kind of impossible to do that, so RTX will always, technically speaking, be slower than actual light. Yeah, right now it renders probably like 1 out of every 50 pixels of a 480p image. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, even though Nvidia are also using it to their own gain and kind of like pushing their own hardware, so it's not necessarily friendly for competition, what you can say about Nvidia is that they are pushing the technology. Like, they are unironically trying to improve it. Again, for their own monetary gain, without a doubt, but they are at least pushing to improve it. It's an issue of spread of light because it only needs to render at 60 FPS. Get everything back here? Yeah, did. What about down here? Think I got everything down here as well. Still didn't have to use a single medkit, goddamn. Some issues. So like the main goal of both Portal and HL2 RTX is to make games that run so badly that people have to buy new cards to play them. I guess that's a cynical way of looking at it. I feel like they're more so just unironically being like, okay, we're gonna push this as hard as is possible, you know, without regards to like optimization. Like, yeah, you can argue they're making games that just run bad in every other hardware, but I would argue that it's more so just we're gonna push it as hard as we can. Let's make their games actually run well.
Because I'm convinced that if Sergeant Beckett dies, everybody dies. It all has to do with Project Harbinger. I'll explain later. Just haul ass.
Well, you say that, but I mean, you don't make games that run well when your name is like Callisto Protocol or a lot of other AAA games in recent years that came out and ran like shit. I mean, even that fucking Golem game that looks like ass and like it's gotten out 5 years too late, looks like utter fucking dog shit and runs like utter dog shit. None of those are anywhere near as demanding as HL2 RTX though. Or the HL2 RTX will get better as it gets finished. I don't know, for all we know, maybe Portal RTX was a bit of an anomaly in how bad it runs. And maybe HL2 RTX will actually run better. I guess we'll see with time. Also, again, say what you want, but this game does destroy environments pretty neato. I mean, again, we can argue about the fire. I would, like I said, put it in the same categories like the fire from BioShock 1. Looks okay for the time, but like the destroyed, like pre-destroyed environments, I should add, do look pretty neato. Too bad you can destroy environments yourself, but hey, what are you gonna do? Well, that's definitely not ominous. Like half and half. It 100% is part of the reason they make it remasters. No, it won't. I don't know.
Fox here. There's no sign of anyone. We're heading towards radiology. This place ain't right.
I can't believe we're fighting alongside Michael J. Fox. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, I think his tanks are actually slightly armored. There we go. I was gonna make the joke like, hey, look, it's the burned ragdoll from HL2. Actually, it doesn't look too far away from that. Holy shit. Oh yeah, wait, I should probably catch a flamethrower. Napalm cannon. Okay. Anybody else want a piece of me? Oh my god, you can still ADS with this thing. That's funny. F.E.A.R. 2 RTX installed on bad PC and runs like 15 FPS on a 2070 Super. Will get slightly better with the new NVIDIA tech, but not much more than Portal RTX. Because there's a lot more to render. To be fair, I guess it's, like you said, it's a bit of both. Like, yeah, they are pushing the technology as hard as possible to showcase it. And it's also conveniently a good reason for people to actually bother with new cards so that they can kind of see how far they can push the hardware. Like, I'm not quite as cynical about it to think that they're only doing it to push new hardware, but you can argue it's definitely one thing that comes out of it, because they are pushing the technology as hard as they can just to see where they can go with it. So yeah, like you said, it's probably just both and both. I guess we'll see how it runs on my 3090. Hopefully it'll run well. I mean, it should run well. I don't know. I mean, Portal RTX ran reasonably well on my system. At least with the default settings that they gave me. Pushing it further, of course, did result in, okay. I'm not entirely sure why they feel the need to jump over something when they're burning like that. It's specifically been mentioned that they're willing to spend money on it mainly because it helps them sell cards, lol. Fair enough. Also, yeah, I have no clue what that was all about. I think the scripting is that once they start burning, they look for the nearest like object that they can like fall over. Like, I feel like they're specifically scripted to just like, oh, I'm burning, now I have to run at something or like walk at something. Because yeah, that's a bit weird. I guess it also kind of makes it so that the flamethrower looks pretty weak. Because I feel like it might be a one-hit kill. I don't know. I mean, that's the problem. It's not a proper flamethrower. It's mostly like a napalm cannon. Which, I mean, they do call it that. Aren't video games fun? Also, though, it's this slight silliness that I sometimes kind of miss from modern gaming, where everything is like perfectly polished. Like, yeah, you just have this small little detail where guys that are burning are programmed to fucking throw themselves out the nearest window or something like that. Like, I don't know, I feel like you don't really see that anymore in modern games. Does come out of the advertising budget, lol. True. Now, if stuff like this happens, people complain endlessly about it on Twitter. I guess, yeah. To be fair, Twitter people, and I'm using big quotation marks right there, are not necessarily the cream of the crop. Like, their opinions are not very valuable. Oh, okay, so the cat's out of the bag. Yeah, this guy is fake. They're screens. And they're currently glitching the fuck out.
Shit, I was afraid of this.
What is it now?
Alma, she must be after Sergeant Beckett. His
I'd say the game is broken.
off the charts, as I suspected she can sense him without amplification.
Hey, Snake Fist. Who the fuck is Alma, anyway?
She's the mother of the apocalypse.
Oh, 4 guns.
Snake Fist out.
I'm at a loss for words.
Okay. Actually... Huh, that's fascinating. The third-person animation of the reload is actually fairly consistent with the first-person one. Oh, okay. That's impressive. Or, you know, people on Twitter complain about, why are all the climbable surfaces, like, clearly marked? I'm pretty sure it's the same animation. Well, to be fair, what I'm about to do you is also not a gunshot wound. How can they both just stop burning? Fucking Lamau. Oh yeah, get used to more of this stuff. Again, this game is ridiculous in the amount of blood that's pre-placed. Like, I think it actually got blocked in countries like Germany and Australia, just for the sheer amount of like blood and gore that you find in some levels. Actually, you might be right. It probably is the same animation. I don't know. I guess I find it cool that they actually place the same animation in the like third-person model that they use for the shadows as the ones that they use in first-person animation. Because like a lot of games that have like shadows like that have then a different animation on the shadow than they have in the first person, which always kind of takes me out of it. Also, of course, convenient how all the mirrors are broken. Kind of forced to do that for a novice because there's no way to have the view model not cast shadows. At least no good way. True. What am I hearing? Oh, hi. Whoa! Uh-huh. Damn, Broski got stuffed into the fucking washing machine. Whoa! Where the hell did you come from? Hey, you decide to open fire, okay? So yeah, obviously, the game's spelling it out. There's something else going around killing these dudes. What might it be? Is it zombies? It is kind of funny though how incompetent like soldier and military dudes get when zombies are involved. Like, just count the amount of media that's, you know, related to zombies where you see like a guy in full military gear just be overpowered by like 2 or 3 zombies laying on top of him. It's like, okay, all that armor, all those weapons, all that training, I guess goes to shit because, oh no, these corpses are on top of me. Ah. Probably the environment artists. All environment artists are psychotic people. True, I can confirm because I am one. And you know what? Honestly, I unironically would do the same. I mean, come on, if you're already like tasked with making an environment and being like, yeah, we're making it for a spooky game, then be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna paint the walls with fucking blood. Like, yeah, environment artists are psychos, and you should be afraid of us. There's also the fact that we have to compensate for those nerds at coding or optimization who like make all of the decals and blood splatters disappear. So, you know, we gotta pre-place all of them to still, you know, give it the effect that it's a violent video game. And not like a thing where you battle dudes with Nerf guns. Just insane lunatics. And they kill people in real life too, probably. You don't know anything. I'm not going to say anything without my lawyer. But yeah, again, this game's amount of blood is in the ludicrous category. See what I mean? Like, some of this stuff looks like the aftermath of the Brutal Doom mod. Maybe even a bit above that. You call yourself an environment artist yet you haven't murdered a family of 4. No comment, not without my lawyer. you will get no comment from me without my lawyer present. I will just say they deserved it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh. But I mean, come on, tell me you wouldn't do this. It's wowzers. Yeah, okay, Jesus. I sometimes forget just how much goddamn fucking blood is in this game. Like, yeah, I think Mans had a bit more than just a nosebleed. You know, this kind of reminds me of that aftermath from that one section of Cabin in the Woods, where, like, the elevators open and, like, all of those, like, SWAT guys just get swarmed by monsters. Okay, this is about the same amount of blood as that section. No, I'm a coder. Worst I could do is create a persona and disappear from a project for multiple years. Or become a femboy either, or... True. What are you saying? All coders are femboys? Like, the rule is... There are two kinds of coders. Those that are femboys and those that are liars. There's no in between. Who is he? Yeah, see, this looks like a normal Saturday afternoon. Oh, half of them are furries. Hey, being a fanboy and a furry are not like, they're not distinct from each other. You can be both. And I'm pretty sure most of them are both. Actually, no. Okay, in that case, there are 3 kinds of coders. There are those that are fanboys, there are those that are fanboys and furries, and there are liars. No, some are just furries. No. Hey, they did the thing in, like in HL1 where the guy gets pulled through and, you know, they break his leg to get him through. Though this time he was alive. So, ooh, ouch. Yeah, okay, that's quite a small hole to be pulled through. That's, oof. That's brutal. I know at least 3 that are furries. Well, no one is borderline fanboy, so 2. I guess we can still keep it at 3. You have either you have a coder that is a fanboy, a furry, or a liar. Those are the 3. What the fuck? I feel like there was a sound effect missing. I feel like there might have been a sound effect missing. Though that's probably because I started shooting. On this what a borderline fanboy. So yeah, John. Which one are you? I'm gonna guess you're in the liar category. Because you're not gonna be honest about it. Oh, I'm deeply closeted. Perfect. Cover. Again, the amount of first-person animations in this game is pretty cool. Like pressing buttons, turning valves and shit.
Beckett, I just saw Aristide get into an elevator. I'm gonna try to catch up to her. Just focus on getting out of here. We can link up outside.
Alright. Nope, still just the same guns. I think at one point the assault rifle gets introduced, but... Oh, hey! I just now noticed that. Look at that, there's a... I think... Is that PBR? Yeah, I think there's some slight I don't know, would that count as PBR? On the P90's Mac. I'm sorry, I should have said that earlier because I probably must have looked like a psycho just looking at the ceiling. But yeah, if you look at the P90 at its Mac, there are some like sections that are more reflective, like the scratches and shit. That's pretty cool. The rabbit from Zootopia is just kind of hot. I don't know, bruh. Reflective doesn't mean PBR. Yeah, I guess it might just also be... I'm not sure. Funny how my bulletproof vest also like protects me from these guys, because last time I checked, Kevlar is not good at stopping like, I don't know, scratch wounds. Just a set of parameters. Yeah, I know technically speaking PBR is not the right word for it, but you know what I mean. Like, I like different values of reflectiveness and like materials for stuff. I don't know, what would be the proper name for that? The HL2 has its own fucked up version of spec laws. True. Wait, isn't the one in HL2 slightly goofy because I backported it from Lost Coast? Like, I know one part of Lost Coast was also just about like showcasing their glossiness and whatnot, or their specular glossiness rather. So isn't the one in HL2 goofy because they backported it basically? Yeah, kinda-ish. Okay. HL2 was just Q-map reflections and release. Oh yeah, you're right. Also, yeah, they very much like doing these things where you know, where they can show off the first-person animations.
Beckett.
Oh, hey. Well, rip Bozo. Well, see, I'm just gonna spell it out because this stuff has the same color as the syringes that you picked up in the first game that like enhance your slow-mo meter. AKA, the implication here is clearly they're trying to give like everybody here these slow-mo powers. And apparently your chances of surviving it are slim. Inject the gamer juice into him. Same texture sets to control the strength of the specular and stuff. Episode 2 just added Fong. Oh, okay. But yeah, I know technically speaking PBR is not the right word for it, but it's just always the one that comes to mind for me when it comes to like different material values, you know, causing like different kinds of reflections. Scratches and shit. Though yeah, you're right. PBR is mostly just like the new standard, not the technique in and of itself. It just bothers me when you say PBR. I know! It's just... Oh yeah, yeah, these are just like piles of melted people and gore. Don't worry, we'll see more of those. Oh yeah, see? Sergeant Jankowski died in front of you, torn up by some kind of surgical machine. Meanwhile, Armor Camp Black Ops teams are about to destroy the facility. You need to get out of there. Out before the whole place comes crashing down. Snakefist insists you are being hunted by someone named Alma, who will eventually absorb you. She'll do more than that, that's for sure.
I know what she's like. I took the baby.
I'm not entirely sure how you would do this, because I'm pretty sure at this point, whatever happened here, somebody was melted. But yeah, the gore in this game goes very quickly from wow to ludicrous. Also, even though the animations are generic, I don't think there's a single interaction here that's not tied to some kind of animation playing. Also, yeah, technically speaking, this is another soldier guy, but like just some generic dude, because I don't think that's like a specific member of our team. Also, I found it funny how they kept all of them, even though they were like performing surgeries and whatnot, they kept all of them in their combat gear. Like, yeah, hey, do we, want to take off his clothes and like put him into like proper, surgical stuff? No, just keep his fucking combat boots and pants on him. Who cares? And at least this is somewhat dynamic. Hey, it even casts shadows. That's cool. James Fox. Excellent, above average, above average. But yeah, mandatory spooky hospital. I'm not entirely sure what the surgery was supposed to be on these guys, because you'd think injecting like the gamer juice into them wouldn't be more than just, sticking the needle in them. But this dude had like... I mean, yeah, he was completely cut open. With, again, the armor still on him. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with these dudes, but yeah, if you have like some kind of phobia of doctors or like being operated on, then this game got you covered.
Stay away from her. She's mine.
Oh yeah, he just got melted. He just got turned into a spooky boy. I don't know, I feel like they might just be doing shit. True. Oh yeah, they actually dented the wall a bit. That's cool. But yeah, he was turned into the spookiest kind of skeleton. Also, again, I have nothing to do with like the random zoom-ins during the cutscenes. That's just this game being like extra about it. I'm not sure. I feel like they might be supposed to add to like the scare or panic factor or something like that. More often than not, it can end up being distracting. And I mean, again, this game's got a quite a heavy epilepsy warning on it. Because it just loves flashing those lights. It turned into a Gmod horror map prop. Yeah, notice the camera doing that. Yep, I got no control on that. That's just a game being like, I don't know, have random zoom-ins. Maybe that's spooky? Bro moment. Okay, I think this might actually be one of those sections where you just have to say, what the fuck is this schizo layout? Because this layout for a hospital, I think, is getting into the section realm of goofy. Like, I guess they're trying to mask it by having some of the doors blocked off, but... I mean, okay, I guess you have this hallway that you could go through, because otherwise, if it wasn't for that, you'd unironically have to walk through somebody's office here, or workstation, or whatever, to get to the other side. Seems like surely they wouldn't need more than one super soldier being made at once. I don't know, I feel like you can never have enough super soldiers, right? I mean, why only have one superpowered superhuman soldier if you can have multiple? Though, of course, the implication is where the fuck are they getting these guys from? Because, again, the team that Beckett came in, I think it's like 6 people or something like that? And I'm fairly certain we're accounted for all of them and see all of them either die or hear them die. Actually, no, you might actually see every single one of them die, which, again, surprise, surprise. Okay, he shot at himself before I had the chance to. Oh, that's a grenade. I'm pretty sure you can still blow up enemies' nades during flight if you like activate slow-mo at the right time. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like the main thing that would help these guys' AI is to just like tone down their aggressiveness. Because I feel like what's messing them up is that they're all sort of forced to run towards me and get close to me. Which is weird because, like, if they'd all stayed in that room in, like, defensive positions, that would have worked perfectly fine. And I feel like would have been a good showcase of the AI, but you kind of see how they're all just forced to just run at you. Like, I feel like if they're actually allowed to, you know, hold point and hold, like, positions, then they can do some good stuff, but otherwise it's just like, oh, okay, my script tells me I now have to run at the player, and then, you know, they run into the open and this happens. Oh yeah, did it ever tell you can use slow-mo, or did it just kind of give it to you? It might have told me at some point and I might have missed it. I don't know. But yeah. The implication is after your little surgery, you can now use slow-mo. And quite a bit of it as well. It's kind of funny how it's just like skinny crackheads or meth heads that think they're xenomorphs. I mean, I don't know, crackhead energy can be scary. Especially if you live in, like, Florida or some shit like that. Honestly, unironically, in a place like Florida, I don't think I'd want to leave the house without a gun. Like, I feel like at that point you're better off just fucking carrying. I guess I might as well pull out the shotgun for these guys. Some of the animations are clearly just sped up. Yeah, a bit. I mean, the modeling work on these guys is suitably freaky. And for once, they're actually in hospital gowns. I think we'll see more about that later, but yeah, the implications are these guys are like failed experiments. Honestly, I feel like that's another thing that's kind of gone away from modern games is, you know, just like text files and stuff like that to just drop lore. Like, I don't know, do modern games still do that? Just like have collectible like audio and text files like that? I feel like they don't really do that anymore. I mean, okay, they still have their codexes, especially fucking Ubisoft games stuff doing that. To use a health kit at some point in the next hour. Yeah. Like I said, it's I call it the Bioshock 1 problem. Oh boy. Oh god, I'm burning. I'm a burning. Oh hey, Timoshko. It's cloning time. Hell yeah. Also, I feel like this is unironically one of the cooler shots in this game because you really do get to see, okay, you're in an underground facility and like all the skies were just fucking screens in front of the windows. Like, I feel like this is one of the cooler things. And honestly, I'm kind of sad that the hospital section is soon over after this because genuinely, I think it's one of the cooler sections of this game. I mean, there's still some interesting stuff coming up, but I don't know, I always liked the hospital in this game. Wow, is there a screen shake? Holy shit. Or aim shake? I don't know. Wait, do we actually get some parallaxing decals? Are they? My god, they might not actually be. Holy shit! Wow, game. How dare you? That's disappointing. I mean, they look nice as decals, but yeah, that is no parallaxing. Damn, bro. F.E.A.R 2 unique game. It definitely is. It definitely is. This game that showed me that a woman can fuck a man. Jesus Christ, my guy. I mean, yes, that is basically the ending, and it's less fuck and more, Am I allowed to say that word? Am I allowed to say the R word? I guess... non-consensually... basically, the game ends with Alma putting Beckett through a struggle snuggle. I don't think I'm allowed to say the other word. I feel like they could have done better if they didn't have every single window be glitching out. Then she will take the children and the man will go crazy. Basically, yeah, Beckett does not have a good time in the third game. Which, I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna touch the third game. I don't think I even own the third game, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, Beckett do not be having a good time. Ironically enough, the point man from the first game actually has a better ending than Beckett. Because at least he, you know, doesn't get put into a struggle snuggle, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't die like that. Also, I find it funny how there's still guys in there, because, I mean, the whole thing's about to break apart. You do not want to be inside there anymore. Oh, God, I'm burning. I'm a-burning. .3D game, not that good. Oh, third game, sorry, yeah. Third game, not that good. At least he's not getting... yeah, done that by pseudo-necrololly pretending to look like a MILF. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Point Man has it a bit better than Beckett. I mean, to be fair, the canon of the F.E.A.R games was always kind of messed up after, like, the first expansion. Like, I guess with Extraction Point, you could argue that it was still somewhat functional, even though they felt the need to bring back, fuck, what's his name again? Point Man's brother, the guy you chased during the first game. What the fuck was his name again? Jesus. I might actually be going senile at this rate. God damn. That he's got caged. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck was his name again? I completely forgot. So what's... oh, armor. It's like Supernatural, FBI don't care whether it was the lolly who got him and not him. Yeah. Which, ironically enough, is quite fitting because, yeah, there is a double standard about men being on the receiving end of a struggle snuggle. Which is quite tragic if you think about it. But let's not get into that topic because that shit gets dark quick. Which I know this is a game where we've seen multiple people at this point get liquefied, but I don't know. I feel like just traditional violence of, like, turning some guy into goop is somehow easier to stomach than that other kind of violence. I don't know. I guess the other kind gets very uncomfortable. Oh, I think these guys actually have assault rifles for once. Alright, there we go. Again, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, like a weird mix between actually, hold on a second. Yeah, we can probably get a better look here. Okay, so it's got a Stanek mag. It's got like the pistol grip of an M4. It's got like the, I think, sub-mod stock. It's got an ACOG. I have no clue what this thing is supposed to be. Like, it's got the carry handle of an XM8. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be like a weird like XM8 sort of thing? I don't know. AR-606C. I don't know anymore. Funny though that the like thing in here in the datanet like shows it to have a Stanag mag, because if you look at its model, it's got a polymer mag, like the kind you'd see on a lot of HK guns. But yeah, what differentiates it from the SMG? Less ammo, more damage, I think. That's about it. Oh, jeez, okay. Stop messing me up that much, bro. I mean, you weren't wrong, John. I actually had to use a medkit somewhere around the next hour. God, I forgot how much damage the assault rifle does when these guys have it. I think that might be another point as to why this game can feel as easy as it is on normal. It's because a lot of the enemies have, like, only the SMGs and shit to fuck you up with. Like, I feel like if more of these guys had, like, the assault rifles while we were inside the hospital, it might have felt a bit more challenging. We're not the most vulnerable part of society from a social point of view. Kinda, yeah. This is a child of AR-15, AK-12, and G36. Yeah, honestly, that's a fairly accurate way of saying it, I guess. Also, I'm still not sure what the shotgun is supposed to be. Oh god, I forgot. I still have the flamethrower. Oh, without ammo, though. Lamau. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I could have put the assault rifle on 4. Shit. Okay, if I find another gun, hopefully I can switch them out like that. Because, I mean, right now I've got the assault rifle on 1, which is ever so slightly awkward. Well, so much for that. My man's about to drop me more ammo. Jesus Christ. Did you see him take a flight like that? I mean, like I said, one of the top games when it comes to gore is probably still Left 4 Dead 2. But I have to say, this game has its moments. Especially when you blow a guy like that to Kingdom Come. Blow up a guy like that to Kingdom Come. John? No. We do not blow people here. John, stand in your closet, please.
I don't see him.
I do see you because you have, like, blowy bits. But yeah, see what I mean? A ton of these guys just have the SMG again. Medal of Honor. Oh. Shit, there goes most of my ammo again. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Also, I do find it funny that it still apparently can react to you activating slow-mo. But yeah, sorry Timoshka, what again about Medal of Honor? I must have missed the context. Gore stuff. Oh! Does Medal of Honor have good gore? I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever played this a game in the series. Oh. Hold on. Let me quickly do it like this. Nah, I'm just gonna leave the flamethrower behind. Fuck it. At least that way I've got the assault rifle on 4. So using a shotgun and 50 cal. I mean, to be fair, World at War Call of Duty World at War also has some pretty neat gore. Ironically, also when you're using like high caliber weapons like LMGs or shotguns. Again, F.E.A.R 2 might still be in the most ludicrous category just for the amount of, like, blood splatters that are pre-placed. I mean, John's not too far off by calling environment artists psychos, because, yeah, some of the rooms in this game are... like, I don't think the human body has quite that many gallons of blood in it. But yeah, the Medal of Honor series. God, that's another one to rest in pieces. I mean, like I said, I was never quite that attached to the Medal of Honor series because I was always more of a Call of Duty kind of guy. I mean, I've seen some of it. Like, he's not wrong. Even though I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I guess the main reason he wants to kill you is because it's a cleanup operation. Guys, is this a Half-Life 1 reference? HECU? Yeah, and any situation where soldiers get sent to do a cleanup op is obviously an HL1 reference. I heard somebody reload. Oh, no, that's the ammo pickups. Okay. Yeah, because I heard that, I heard like that kachuk. Yeah, it turns out it's the ammo pickups. Lamau. All of the enemies are environment artists. Almost a level designer, though. Very funny. I played only Airborne and the one where was Afghanistan stuff. The last one was kind of bloody. Okay. Yeah, Medal of Honor, I never had that much of a connection to it because, like I said, I was more the kind of guy to play Call of Duty. But yeah, from what I've seen, it's kind of tragic how far Medal of Honor fell from grace, because, I mean, technically speaking, Medal of Honor was the first one. Like, if I remember correctly, Infinity Ward, the guys who originally started COD, were like a bunch of guys that broke away from, like, the Medal of Honor team to make their own thing, to make their own World War II game with blackjack and hookers. And, well, I mean, we all know what kind of state COD is in these days. But technically speaking, COD is still around. It's kind of weird to think sometimes that, yeah, Call of Duty at one point was like a fairly grounded World War II shooter that actually managed to take itself seriously. Oh, shit. Whoops. That and the fact that COD actually started out as a PC game, which I always find funny because of how much it started pushing, console releases. Because yeah, there was a time where COD was mainly a PC game. Hard to believe, isn't it? I was Call of Duty guy too, but this game died for me when New Modern Warfare came out. Understandable. Yeah, I kind of fell off of COD. Hold on, let me think for a second. I think I fell off of COD around the time. I think around the time COD Ghosts and Advanced Warfare became a thing. Like I was fairly in with COD for like the for the Modern Warfare games, the first Black Ops. But yeah, I think around the time after Modern Warfare 3, and by the time like stuff like Ghosts and Advanced Warfare came out, I think that's the time where I kind of fell out of love with COD and didn't really care about it that much anymore. Like, I would still occasionally pick up some of the newer games if they interested me, but it definitely wasn't like, oh, I need to get the new Call of Duty this year. Which, yes, I was that kind of kid at one point. The amount of hours I put into Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer on PlayStation 3 is embarrassing. Well, no, I guess more so embarrassing is how bad I was at it. To be fair, that's one of those things where I wish I had recorded my reaction, because I distinctly remember, after, like, you know, spending years playing shooters on console, the first time I actually got to play a shooter with, like, proper mouse and keyboard, I was shocked how much easier it was to, you know, actually aim and shoot. I was like, oh my god, it's so much simpler to actually aim and shoot at stuff with the mouse. Holy shit. Oh. Now, when Ghost in Advanced Warfare came out, I was just waiting when they end this shit. We'll come back to the classics, but then when Remake of MW was released, I was so offended with my best feelings. Understandable. Like, I don't necessarily dislike Modern Warfare 2019, but I just wish they wouldn't associate it with Modern Warfare, because for me, Modern Warfare is the original. Call of Duty 4 MW from like 2007, MW2 from 2009, and MW3 from, I think, 2011 or something like that. Like, for me, those are the Modern Warfare games. So them just reusing the name is, yeah, pretty fucking lame. Because, like, there's also that nostalgia baiting that they're always trying to do. Like, oh boy, look at that, it's Makarov. Oh boy, there's a guy called Shepard. Ooh. Oh, there's Ghost, and he's actually wearing his fucking balaclava this time. Oopsie daisy. Sergeant Fox was killed by the same horrific force you encountered in the TAC lab. That was a while ago. You've discovered that the hospital is actually a clandestine underground facility. Armor Camp seems to have accelerated its schedule for demolishing the place. Snakefist has warned you that Alma's presence may have activated replica soldiers, but he didn't elaborate on what that meant. Exactly, but I was double offended because they showed my people like we're fucking butchers and baby eaters. Oh, yeah, do you mean the Russians in Modern Warfare 2019? Yeah, that was a bit, like, it's one thing to show war crimes, but there's also got to be a nuance to it, because, yeah, there are bad people and bad things that happen in war. But that can't be all. Like the... Oh yeah, by having to resist her, I think he means I have to press buttons. But yeah, like, you can't... Like, the funny thing is, Modern Warfare 2019 even went out of its way to say, oh yeah, the story is going to be grayer and morally questionable, you know? There are no good guys in this. Every side does, like, dirty stuff. But then at the end of the day, it's still just the same story as Russians bad, Captain Price good. Like, you don't actually do anything morally questionable. Aside from maybe, like, executing the Butcher while he's a prisoner. But even then, like, you only get to, you know, threaten his family. You don't actually get to hurt them. Which, I'm not saying I want to shoot a child and, you know, his mother in the face. But even still, the game puts you in an interrogation room with, like, that guy and his family. And you get the game over for shooting them. Fun before, because meme Russian invasion in America and old Modern Warfare was meme, but when they include real historical war crimes and simply say we did it, yeah. Like I said, I'm not against showing war crimes of any side, be it the Americans, the Russians, or whatever, but there has to be some nuance to it. Like, yes, you can make the argument that Russia, the US, or whatever, Britain, France, did bad stuff in, like, the Middle East or other places, but there also has to be some nuance to it. And, like, you know, it has to be handled in an old way, not just, oh yeah, they're the bad guys, we're the good guys. Because at that point, you just end up childishly making propaganda. Funny thing is, it actually gave me a hit marker. Lamau. Totally different level, yeah. Because, yeah, I do understand why some Russians were pissed off that, you know, they were basically blamed with the highway of death, even though that's something that the US did. Because, yeah, that's... The highway of death is something that happened, but those were the Americans. The fuck is that one guy doing up? Oh, okay, there's a few of them. I see. I think in that regard... Honestly, in that regard... What do you mean? America has never done anything wrong, of course. Honestly, in that regard, I would argue that COD World at War is actually way better about being, like, adult with its themes of war crime and bad things than, like, these new Modern Warfare games. Because, like, in COD World at War, especially on the Russian side, yeah, you see the Russians do bad things, but that was after you've seen the Nazis, like, do bad things in Stalingrad. Like, it's actually very adult in how it handles the morally grey aspect of, yes, you see Reznov and the Red Army soldiers execute surrendering Nazis, but that was after you've seen, like, all of the massacres in Stalingrad. It's, like, very adult about how it showcases, yeah, violence begets violence. Like, in that sense, World at War was actually way ahead of the curve than Modern Warfare 2019 ever was. Plus, it actually let you participate in those war crimes to, you know, kind of bring the point home. Like, depending on how you decided, you're not innocent in that game. Also here you can kind of see what I meant with the detail in Beckett's arm. Like, you can kind of see, depending on lighting, the bluish veins in his arms. Which I find is pretty cool. Well, we didn't really care about the Alley of Death stuff. Our community went absolutely nuts at the moment where a paratrooper can kill children. Oh, yeah, that scene with, what's his name, J12 or something like that. Yeah, that whole thing was weird because, like... I mean, civilians being targeted in war is a thing, but the way Modern Warfare 2019 went about it is weird because they make it seem like there's no reason to do it.
You're like free pizza at an anime convention.
Oh, that line.
She can smell you, and she wants to consume you.
You're like a free pizza at an anime convention. Very interesting line. Yeah, I think that's also the problem with... If you just take Modern Warfare 2019 at face value, you feel like the Russians just, like, get off on killing civilians. Like, Barkov keeps going on about how, you know, he has to punish the civilian population for the actions of the partisans, which is a thing that happened in a lot of wars where, yeah, civilians sadly had to suffer because, you know, people resisted. But you never see any of that, like, partisan stuff, aside from the stuff you engage in with Alex, but those are more like pitched battles. You don't really... I don't think you really see, like, stuff like IEDs and whatnot get used against the Russians. Which, again, makes it seem like they're weirdly just... They have it out for the civvies. Instead of it being, like, you know, the cycle of violence. Oh, okay, one side resists, the other side, you know, punishes them for it. And because of the punishment, the other side resists all the more, even more. I dropped game on this moment, even though Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2 wasn't like that. True. Yeah, it's like they showcase what real war crimes against civilians could look like, but they don't have any nuance or reason to it. Like, you don't feel any sympathy for the Russian soldiers because, you know, they keep saying, oh, we have to avenge like our soldiers that got killed in this and this bombing, but you never see any of it. So it literally just looks like they get off on killing civilians, which is very unrealistic and unsavory. I think at the end of the day, the main thing that matters is nuance, and like, because again, if you showcase a war and just make it like black and white, then guess what? You're just making propaganda. Like the nuance of the showcase of, yeah, both sides use violence, I feel like it's a very important aspect of that. Yeah, put the poor guy out of his misery. That's actually one thing I liked about the new All Quiet on the Western Front movie. Because, like, you have this scene where, you know, the POV German character assaults, you know, a French trench with his friends. You know, you see, oh, okay, yeah, we're taking the French, just like gunfire and action, and oh, okay, they kill everybody who's standing in the way, and oh, yeah, we're victorious, let's raid the kitchen and whatnot. And guess what? A moment later, the French retaliate, and you see, like, them coming in with tanks and flamethrowers. And you think to yourself, God, do they really have to be that, you know, cold-hearted and butchering all of these guys? Because, again, you're seeing the stuff out of the POV of the German side, and you're like, shit, that's being overly brutal, but then, of course, it clicks in your brain. You're like, oh no, wait, the Germans were the ones that attacked. It's a classic cycle of violence. You go in, you kill 3 of their guys, they retaliate, they kill 5 of your guys, so you want revenge for those guys, and you kill more of them. It's like, the war starts out with people who don't necessarily want to kill each other, but the more and more violence that happens, the more they want to kill each other. Told they showed some cannibals. Did they? Oh god. Wait, you mean in this game or in Modern Warfare 2019? Hold on, hold on, I think I need some clarification. Because right now I'm not sure. But yeah, in that sense, I feel like All Quiet on the Western Front did that very well, because yeah, you see the brutality of the French counterattack because you're watching from a German POV. But then when you think about it, it makes sense, because if you were watching from the French POV, it would be a heroic counterattack to retake the trench and, you know, drive off the Germans. And you realize, yeah, war is not a pretty thing. And that's why we have video games, so that we can experience cool action without having to have all of the nightmarish fucking things about it. Fun topics, aren't they? I do like killing people with guns in video games. True. And I mean, there's nothing wrong about that. You know, I like to make my jokes at times, like, oh yeah, I do enjoy hurting other people and whatnot, but I mean, the truth is, if you're doing it in a video game, it literally doesn't hurt anybody. Like, unless it's maybe an online game, you can argue maybe somebody's getting tilted. But at the end of the day, video games are about as harmless as they can be, because you're literally not hurting anybody doing it. Yeah, like, what else are you gonna do with all these guns? Now, you have to shoot somebody, right? Alright then. I mean, I wouldn't want to want these guns to go to waste. I mean, there's also the thing that there's like a lot of people here trying to kill me, so I feel like it's justified. To be fair, that's actually, if you think about it, that's another thing that happens in shit almost every game out there. It's like you're very rarely the aggressor. Like, if you just stand there and do nothing, the enemies will eventually attack and try and kill you. Like, of course, you have outliers like, you know, your Spec Ops The Lines or your Hatreds, where your choice to actually start shooting does matter. Well, no, then again, in Spec Ops The Line, if you wait long enough, they do start shooting you at some point. Like, in Spec Ops The Line does kind of railroad into forcing you to open fire. Even though that kind of goes against the message, but I guess they had to do it just for the game to continue. But yeah, in something like Hatred, it's up to you to open fire on the civvies. At which point the cops and whatnot that do directly open fire and you only come in to stop you. But even then, I do have to agree with Gabe Newell. Like, even something like Hatred has a right to exist. Of course, nobody has to buy it if they don't want to. Like, if you don't care for the game and think it's edgy bullshit, then you don't have to be forced to spend money on it. Oh yeah, also this funny section. Lamau. But at the end of the day, even something like Hatred has a right to exist. It is an expression of what the developers wanted to do, because even though the game literally has the goal of killing civilians, you're still not hurting anybody. Hatred had a point to make, I think, somewhere. It's just edgy bullshit. It's kind of in between somewhere. I think it has a slight point to make in that, you know, violence begets more violence. Like, the more violence you inflict upon the civilians, the more violence the cops and SWAT and soldiers will try to inflict upon you. But it's also just edgy bullshit for the sake of being edgy. Like, you know, hey, you can kill people here. Like, a funny point about Postal... I know, I'm gonna be quick about that. But a funny point about Postal is, I think even the original Postal, you only have to kill people that are actually aggressive to you. Like, you can kill all of the unarmed civilians, but technically speaking, to progress in the level, you don't have to kill anybody of the unarmed ones. All done with enough R&D, that's not concerning low. Yep.
Guy named Harlan Wade had this place built. He's the one that came up with the replica program. Genetically engineered puppet soldiers that respond to telepathic orders from psychic commanders. Fucking crazy. This abomination was supposed to become one of the commanders. Started off as a regular Joe like you or me. The problem is, the process of turning somebody into a viable commander takes a bit of a toll. With the right amount of psychic amplification, this thing can control the replica, but he's so far gone, nobody can control him. Not very useful in a military situation, but adequate for my present needs. How about a demonstration? Let's go pay our respects. Mendez, finish up here. I don't want anybody digging anything out of this hole that links us to Project Origin or Alma or any of this insanity. You read me? Bye now. See you in hell.
This fucking voice acting. But yeah, hey, finally we get the replica soldiers. I think they might be slightly smarter than the armor cam guys. Hard to say. I mean, to be fair, this environment is pretty neato for, like, you know, them actually taking cover and shit. Also, hey, that's also pretty good. They all come in with assault rifles, so they all can actually do some proper damage. Oh yeah, auto shotty. I think slightly more useful than the normal one. Disappearing bodies. Yeah, okay. Ah, shit, I'm almost out of SMG ammo as well. Fuck. Hold on, sorry boys, gotta grab some ammo. Oh hey, it's Alma. Lamo. Also, yeah, even the replicants have, like, glow stuff on them now. Alright. But yeah, I would argue this is probably one of the better sections in this game. It's tragically short, though, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, you actually have a pretty good environment for, like, combat. You have enemies that can come in easily through, like, these pods. It's all just happening a tad bit too fast, honestly. I think one part of the problem might be that the enemies take less damage than they did in F.E.A.R. 1. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I feel like you could, well, not necessarily fix some of this game, but in my opinion, improve some of this game by tweaking some of the parameters, but I'm not entirely sure which ones and how much. Because as we see in hard mode, just like tweaking the health of these dudes is kind of lame. Sure, AI is all bullshit. I think these guys might be slightly less aggressive than the armor cam guys because they try to keep a middle distance and you know, kind of be smart about the positioning. I mean, the first game I was very much dependent on the level design. Like, I think Mandalore Gaming in his review of F.E.A.R. 1 said it best. Like, it's obvious that the level designer and like AI coder were very much holding hands during the process. Because the environments are in F.E.A.R. 1 are all tailored for the AI to take like maximum advantage of them for like flanking routes, positioning, using cover and whatnot. Because you can actually see it in, I think it's the Percy's Mandate expansion, where the level design takes a huge nosedive that the replicants just seem way dumber because they can't use the same stuff they usually do. So they kind of just do the standard AI stuff of stand in place or run at you. It's kind of similar to how the HECU work in HL1, where they seem pretty smart, but it's got a lot to do with like scripting and like pre-placed nav matches and whatnot. So good AI even entails. I definitely don't much less how to actually implement it. They behave like real people, then the gameplay sucks. It depends. It depends on the kind of game you're making. Like if they behave a bit more cautious in their positioning and how they engage you, they can certainly be interesting if it's, especially if it's like a more so like tactical and slow-paced game. Yeah, of course, if you like doing if you're doing like I don't know, your Max Paynes or something like that, then you don't necessarily want them to be like all slow and cautious, because you want the action to be fast and violent. But I feel like in a game like this, in the first F.E.A.R., a bit of a slower approach for the enemies, where they're more cautious and use better positioning, I think works, because, I mean, it's not necessarily a slow game, but, I mean, again, this is my sprinting speed. Like, it's definitely a slower game. Like, the AI doesn't necessarily have to be smarter, but it definitely has to be more tactical. Best for gameplay, then don't look like real people. And also stuff like how much health they have makes a lot of difference in how smart they seem. Yeah. I feel like it's a question in terms of how they position themselves, how they move around, and how they take advantage of either the numbers, squad tactics, and their environment. Because again, especially in first-person shooters, you're usually outnumbered. So one goal of the AI should be for it to, you know, use squad tactics and kind of use its numbers against you. You know, have guys that are suppressing you, have guys that are flanking you, have other guys that are kind of like holding position to snipe you as soon as you go around. And most importantly, don't have this happen where... Most importantly, don't have this happen where, you know, they all run around the corner and just get shot to shit. I mean, that's... Almost every AI does it, and I'm not entirely sure how you would prevent it, but yeah, that is one of the oldest fucking AI problems of, okay, everybody's single file around the corner, bang, 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 everybody's dead. Well, it might be time to take a medkit. Only took 2 hours and 40 minutes. I've been using some medkits before that, but yeah. Lifting objects. Lift. Actually, I'm not entirely sure how this game's save features work. Oh, okay, it saves the checkpoints. That's a problem. Oh! Perfect timing. Because I was just informed that it is sleepy time for the others. So, I might just call it here. Again, it's a fairly interesting game, and it's finally a game that's fitting for Spooktober. It only took me like half the month, right? Oh, man. Oh god, everything got moved around when that thing opened. Like most of my windows got placed on my second monitor. I hate it when it does that. Alright. But yeah, I mean, 2 hours and 40 minutes? That's not too shabby for a stream. Didn't have too many new people, though at least it was nice for Timoshka to come by. But yeah. Oh. Return of the Obra Dinn is on sale. It's on sale as well. Oh, that sounds... Okay. Maybe. Like, the Obra Dinn would definitely be a bit of a different thing for me, because yeah, this is just straight up a puzzle game. Almost like a detective game, I guess. Oh, speaking of which, actually, how's the other one looking? Where is it? Why am I so fucking bad with names right now? What the fuck was it called again? Am I actually fucking clinically retarded? Hold on. Did I not have it? I thought I had it in my wish list. That... Jesus fucking Christ, I scrolled over it like 3 times. Yeah, Shadows of Doubt. Yeah, that thing's still around. Oh, still 21 bucks as well. But yeah, I guess the Return of the Obra Dinn might be interesting for a stream somewhere down the line. Oh yeah, you could play that because I haven't, so I wouldn't get mad at you for missing stuff. Lol. Lamau. Yeah, we could, like, you know, put our 2 brain cells together to solve the... I wonder if we could do a player music folder for Novice, that would be cool. What, you mean like, Aha, you... Like GTA 5. Aha! I mean, wouldn't it be funny if that's like one of the upgrades you can get for your suit? Like, basically a built-in MP3 player, where you can then, like, put stuff into, like, the custom folder and play it. Wait, doesn't Metal Gear Solid 5 do something like that? Either that or maybe Death Stranding, I don't know. Would be like a radio, but we wouldn't need to license songs. Yeah, exactly. And I could see it like a suit upgrade to like get an MP3 built-in MP3 player, and so you can just play your own songs. Though you would have to explain in the menu where they actually have to place the songs, because... Yeah, I mean... That could be a bit esoteric for a lot of people who aren't very well versed in computers, but it could work. Would be an interesting idea. Upgrade as an actual upgrade. I don't know, maybe like a built-in kind of stuff that somebody who's tech-savvy enough can use. It's interesting enough to keep in the back of our heads. Yeah, just have it built in. Maybe. Only show up if there's files. I mean, it could be like a bit of a secret thing where it's like you have the option, but unless you figure out you actually have to place stuff in your like custom music folder, you don't. Maybe something like that. Sorry, just reading some news on Steam. Mention the game hidden if there's nothing in there. Maybe a button in the options to open up File Explorer to a specific folder. Well, true, that could work out. Yeah, I guess we can keep it in mind for later. But But yeah, that all aside, I guess I'll end it here. Hold on, I can at least open Autodesk Maya. Because I feel like doing some, like, getting some, like, enemy shapes done maybe for some of the smaller ones might be interesting. At least a good way for me to maybe get a bit into modeling again. People just muting the game music and playing their own. True. I think it was the adjudicator? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I don't have Leon around anymore to cover up the name. Ah, whatever. But yeah, I might make like a smallish drone one in a bit. Actually, I had an idea for 2 drone-ish ones. Ones that kind of just spot you, and ones that maybe like work like the Sentinels from Halo, where they can maybe shoot like small lasers or something like you. Like probably no bigger than the small ones that spot you, maybe no bigger than this guy's head, and the bigger ones maybe no bigger than like this area of his torso. I might try that out in a sec. See how they look. Actual mixing on it and stuff. Really bright light and stuff, lasers. That too. But yeah, I might get that done in a sec and drop it in Novus Natura chat if I have a good idea. But yeah, for now, I'll end the stream here. And, oh man, the music just looped earlier. Shit, I can't do the cool musical outro. I mean, unless I do that blinds you if it hits you in the eyes and starts to heat you up and burn you if it hits anywhere else. Potentially. Anyway, I could do this. Ha! Alright. But yeah, I'll post it in the chat if I get anything done. Till then, maybe melt a suit. Potentially. Again, I'll give me a few minutes to maybe try out some different shapes for like those flying drones, and then we can talk about it in the chat. But yeah, in that regards, goodbye, and to anybody listening to this in the future, hi. I know that you exist. I've got my eyes on you. All 3 of them. Alright. See ya later.